My question is, I have been playing the lottery, asking God and affirming that I win. Are there too big requests for God? Not saying he cannot do it, but is it too big for me to receive? Do blessings come in levels? Should I be at a certain level first financially to get certain blessings? Thank you. Yeah. Through the years, even when I was growing up, I knew that in the church there was we're back, as kids in the Assemblies of God church um, those days, and I was probably 8 years old somewhere, and they brought the subject to church, and the church actually warned them not to play the lottery. And they also had um, pools betting. Yes. So I've had enough time. That means many years from then to now to have looked through the scriptures and understood the thinking of God's Spirit with regards to these things versus our perception. Firstly, you have to understand that it's actually a game. And every game is a chance activity. And that's the reality. It's a game. Whether it's a game of numbers or a game with your legs, your limbs, it's a game. And once you say that that's wrong, maybe the lottery, it might look so simplistic. But the reality is, what about those on the football pitch? There's no guarantee that they're going to score. They're hoping to. It's a game. And so are all other games. It's a chance. You're hoping it works. When you throw the ball, hoping it gets into that basket. You aim as much as you can. You practice it. Doesn't mean you don't have an opponent who will try to stop it. On a football pitch, you've got a goalkeeper there who's trying to stop your ball from coming in. So there's no guarantee that just because you've practiced so well, you're going to win the game. These are all games. And that's the way the lottery is as well. It's a game. All of them. And when you think about that, you realize that the Bible was right all the time when he said to you, the race is not to the swift. He told you. The battle is not to the strong. He told you. He told you it's never according to your ability in life. Sometimes the smartest people, the most knowledgeable people are not the most prosperous people in the world. And yet the reason for the accumulation of that knowledge was because they wanted to have advantage in life. They wanted to be prosperous in life. And we know that there are so many of them who just can't even take care of themselves or their families. They don't have enough money with all of their knowledge. The most prosperous people in the world are not necessarily the brightest. So where does that leave you? So it brings all of life into the same situation where the Bible clearly tells you the race is not to the swift. The battle is not to the strong. He proved it with David and Goliath. He proved it with Solomon, to whom he gave wisdom before he could read any book. Think about it. When God says, I chose you before you were born, He directs your life in the way you should go. The problem in the world is men wanting success without God. That's emptiness. It's the biggest problem in the world today. In fact, it is the root of all the problems. That's why it tells you the love of money is the root of all evil. Why? Remember, God said, Jesus said, He put two in perspective. God, mammon. Mammon representing money. He said, you cannot serve God and mammon. See, the pursuit of money is the reason many people do the things they do. And why is the pursuit of money? Most of the time is to be able to control your life and maybe the lives of others. See? But then he tells you, God should be your love. Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thine heart, with all thy mind, with all thy soul. He wants you to love God, not love money. Love God. And when you love God, it means that your heart is after Him. And then He directs your life from one level of favor to another, from one level of glory to another. You can't live in this world as though He doesn't exist. It's not acceptable to Him. You might have been doing it, or it will not work. It'll fail. Just a matter of time. And you find your life was a work of emptiness, a pursuit of emptiness. So here's this gentleman. He says he's been playing the lottery. He wants to win. But the idea is, it's not about the lottery on his mind, it's about the money. And that's why he's saying here, he says, is it too big a request? See? So it's about, look at it. He says, should I be at a certain level first financially to get certain blessings? Why does he think that the only way to get such money is by the lottery? When you walk with God, you don't box Him in